All right. Let me just do one more thing here. All right. So welcome everyone. I appreciate everyone joining us. Again, lots of things we can be doing on a Thursday night, lots of things we can be doing every single night. But the fact that we're building our business, we're investing some of our time to learn a little bit more about our business, Xcelerate, your business, Xcelerate, some of the new features that we have coming out here, some enhancements in the comp plan. We started a year ago, 2 years ago, April 23rd, just my birthday on Tuesday, was the first text that ended up to be a phone call that ended up starting this entire company. So 2 years ago on my birthday, literally just by coincidence, this product, a single product, fell into my lap. We created this company, and we're just at our 2 year mark here. We shipped out our first product in June 2 years ago. So we're coming right up in here on our public 2 year anniversary. And things keep getting better and better and better. We've had our challenges like all companies, but we've overcome every single one of them. And we started again with one product. We created our own software. We are a debt-free company since day one, and I'm super proud of that. Today we've got a ton of products. By the way, greens are back in stock. Ruby Reds will be back in stock in just a couple of days. Huge call for those two products. So those will probably end up being our number 1 and 2 seller. But we have 12, 13 different products now. Going to have 14, 15 by the end of this month, even though it's just a few days away. So I'm super excited about this. We've enhanced the comp plan over the course of time. If you've been in the industry for any length of time, you know when someone says we're enhancing the comp plan, you start to cringe a little bit, right? You get those chills because you usually know it's not something good. It's usually some reason why they have to do that. Well, luckily, when we created this comp plan, we started with the end in mind. Luckily, we had some great minds that were smarter than me, put a lot of effort and time into this, and 70 plus years of experience combined, putting in the little features in this comp plan that really drive the right behavior. And that is really what it's all about. It's to take out the obstacles, to create something unique that the industry has never seen before. Even though we look similar to what is out there sometimes, looking at a matrix, looking that we're a network marketing company, we're really very different when you look at the fine details. And anyone with any network marketing experience knows that there's never been a comp plan that's pulled out all of the obstacles, all of the qualifiers, except for one. And so we have one qualifier in our entire comp plan, and that's how many people did you personally uh, invite to look at our brand, right? Personally enroll as affiliates, personally enroll as customers. How many retail products did you sell? Those are the only qualifiers, that one qualifier in the entire company. There's no leg balancing. There's no volume flushing. There's no QV, OV, GV, BV. There's none of that that really creates obstacles in the industry, which we have found. You don't need three stars to become a 4 star. You don't need, this much personal volume, buy this many founders packs. You don't need any of those things to reach the next level. It's all reliant on us, not reliant on someone else reaching a rank so that we can move forward. Sometimes our goals aren't the same. Sometimes our work ethic is not the same. Sometimes what we want is what everyone else wants. So tying our success to someone else's willingness to roll up their sleeves never made any sense to us. So my point is we've taken out all of those things, and here we are 2 years later, we're going to enhance the compensation plan again. And so one team, one opportunity, 3 income streams. I'm super excited about this. A lot of questions that we get now that we moved into precious metals, we moved into rewards and travel, we moved into nutritional products. Back when we first started 2 years ago, we were one product, and it was an automotive product. And then when we moved into nutritional products, people freaked out. People were like, why are you getting into nutritional products? Because it makes sense, right? People have cars, people have bodies, people are purchasing products, people want to be healthy. It all makes sense. The same with travel, the same with rewards, the same with investing in precious metals and diversifying and learning how the wealthy become wealthy. All of those things are intertwined into our daily lives. So whether we want to save money on a pizza that we're ordering, whether it's a nutritional product at the lowest prices we possibly can, at the highest quality, or it's travel rewards, which the rewards trips we're going to introduce tonight, it all is combined into our lives, right? We're all using these products. We're all ordering these services. We're all booking hotels. We're all ordering and going out to eat, going to the movies, and we're using nutritional supplements, health, wealth, and travel. It just makes perfect sense because without any of those three things, really life's not complete, in my opinion, right? If you can't, who cares about the wealth if you don't have health? Right? If you're super, super healthy and broke all the time and you can't live the life that you envision for yourself, what it's not your full potential. If you can't travel, if you want to travel, which is the majority of what's on the top 10 of people's bucket list, if you can't afford it, whether it's time or money, a lot of people that have a lot of money, they don't have the time. If they have lots of time, they usually don't have the money. And so my point is, all of this is combined. So when people are asking, what are you, who are you, what is the definition of Xcelerate? What is a platform? Well, look, what is Amazon, right? What is Walmart? What are some of the big box stars that literally? What's Amway? I mean, you think Amway's network marketing or Melaleuca, these multi-billion-dollar companies, they sell everything from tires to insurance to slabs of beef, literally. And so, how do you define that? Well, it's low quality, high quality products at the lowest possible prices that we can put out into the public as members. And so that's really what this is out. It's a wholesale shopping platform, including a travel club, including a precious metals club, our core affiliate program, where our nutritional supplements, healthcare, auto care, pet care, personal care, skincare, all of those will always be our core. But as we're moving, it just makes sense to add different categories to capture more eyes, to acquire more customers. And so our core affiliate will always be our core service, but we are going to branch out into other categories and introduce new products and services. So everyone that is on this Zoom right now, you are going to be grandfathered in if you are active before May 1st. We are going to be launching a $10 annual fee with our core, as a matter of fact, all of our memberships. And so if you are already an affiliate, you're never going to have to pay it. If any of your free members or any of you upgrade before May 1st, you're never going to have to pay an annual fee, but we will be introducing that. One of the great things about our core affiliate program or our $20 program is the fact that we not only get fast start bonuses, but we're excited about the renewals and the matrix bonuses. And so one thing that the core affiliate program has done is in our matrix, without going through the whole comp plan, it is added $1 for every membership within your matrix. So it was easy to figure out when we're looking at 88,572 positions in the matrix, potential positions. It was easy to figure out if every core member was at the $20 level, $1 got introduced for every renewal. So the potential there was 88,572, give or take. And so that is an exciting part of the comp plan. And so as we added the metals that we introduced last week, the precious metals, the assets, $10 a month, that added 50 cents to the matrix. So if you had someone, and we'll go over this in a slide, if you had someone that came in as a core member with our nutritional supplements, our skincare, our healthcare dietary supplement products, and they also did metals, you were adding $1.50 to the matrix. And if they went and did the rewards program, which we introduced 2 weeks ago, $10 a month, you're introducing another 50 cents or another 25 cents into the subscriptions for the matrix. So you're at $1.75. The metals program, we went over that last Thursday. This is a pretty incredible opportunity. We've hooked up with 2 different huge companies that provide precious metals in the market space. We literally put in an order for hundreds of thousands of dollars just this week. We already got our first order in a couple weeks ago with our graded coins, but we're working with them. They're going to do some education for us, some Zooms on precious metals and investing, and even the things to do with your 401k and silver if you have a self-directed IRA. Not 401k, but your self-directed IRA. And so I'm really excited about that. We are going to introduce a Metals of the Month club. We'll get into that in a minute. So precious metals, gold, silver, that is something that's going to be happening starting on May 1st, by the way. Our rewards program, we're already seeing people even from Europe and Canada, the US, using this rewards. It's mainly for US members. We've had people, though, Maurice LeBlanc over in Canada used it for his taxes this year. He said he saved 40 bucks. We had somebody in the UK said that they booked a hotel and they saved like $800 on a week resort. We've had lots of testimonials from all over the place with this rewards program. And again, if we can help somebody save $1, if help somebody save $20, that helps somebody save $100 a year by using an app, a simple app, it makes perfect sense in our scheme in our lives. And just think, what can we do with those extra dollars, right? Putting into savings, getting ourselves out of debt, purchasing assets. That's how we create time and financial freedom. Look, we in this industry, we teach people how to make money, but we don't teach them how to keep the money, whether it's tax strategies, whether it's taking that money and making that money work for us. The majority of millionaires, self-made millionaires in the entire country or even in the entire world were created from real estate, right? Almost all billionaires are created from private equity, not network marketing. And so what does that mean? Why do I say that? It's because we build our residual income. We build a business with residual income through network marketing, and we learn to take that money that we're making and make that money work for us on the outside world. It's the side door to wealth. So if you're not born wealthy, if you don't have skill sets that are going to help you get wealthy right out of the gate, we can learn them, and this platform is going to teach us that. So I guess my whole point here is this reward system is just a part of it. Imagine being able to save enough to pay off credit cards, to pay off car debt, high interest loans. If your credit's not the best, help you get your credit back into where it should be at your age and where you are economically. We're also going to introduce $99 flash cruises, which I'm super excited about that. We're going to announce it once a month, once every other month, or 99 bucks, 3-day cruises out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale or Orlando area, Cape Canaveral, down here in Florida. So super excited about that. I know that they're going to go fast. People love cruises. And then we're going to have reward trips. We're going to talk about that here in a second, literally taking over resorts, getting a bunch of cabins on a cruise ship, a bunch of rooms at a resort, and having a great experience, just camaraderie and events that you normally wouldn't be involved with. We are introducing a new membership. So this is our elite membership. This is 99 bucks a month. It includes core, it includes rewards, it includes the metals. Also with this membership, you get the medal of the month, which is basically a silver round, a 1 ounce, 0.999% silver round, or a coin, whether it's graded or brilliant uncirculated, or a silver bar of some sort of a different design each month. Great for collecting, great for stacking, creating assets like precious metals. And we'll get into all different types of silver rounds. So we're not going to just send the same thing over and over. It's a medal of the month where it'll be different designs, it'll be different types of coins, different types of rounds, different mints. So there's the variation of collectibles that we can collect. And the whole point of the metals is that we want to get it as close to spot as humanly possible. If you saw the video I made where we take the MS-70 silver eagles that we have, literally can take the barcode, you can scan it on the back of your coin, and it is going to show you what the value is. And so right now, if we were to sell those coins at this very moment, I think they'd be in the $50 range, maybe 51. Prices are down a little bit on silver. But anyway, in those you look online and you're going to find them, for in the 60s and the 70s, value wise from the grader is about 75 bucks for those particular coins. So the closer to spot we can get, the better deal it is. And by us buying in bulk, we're able to help everyone get to that point. We're going to have $10 in travel dollars every month. These are going to be applied towards any of your reward trips that you want to go on. And so flat shipping as well for all core products internationally and domestically. And so what does this basically mean? It's basically an all encompassing membership where we're going to have the core, the rewards and medals, and then benefits for each that you're not going to have getting them individually. Can you still get core individually, meaning our nutritional? Absolutely. $20 deal. There is zero difference in anything that we've done in the past. This is just an additional membership that folks want to enjoy medals. They want to get flat shipping, especially if you're international. You're able to save a ton of money just in the shipping. $10 in travel rewards where you can kind of accumulate your points or your travel dollars. And so when you go into your back office, you're going to see the vault in your dashboard, and then you're going to see travel with a cash sign on it, travel dollars. And so every month for elite members, you're going to add a coin to your vault, or a round to your vault, or a bar to your vault. And then it's automatically going to add $10 into your travel account. And so you can choose to use or have those medals sent to you anytime. Or the reason why it goes into the vault first is so that instead of paying, say you just get that one round, you don't have to pay for the shipping just for that one round. But say that you placed an order and you bought collagen, for example, well, you can just click on Volt, put it into your cart, and you can have it shipped with something else. So it brings your shipping costs way down. Then you can accumulate these coins and then have them shipped together, or again, you can place them into another order. Trying to keep the shipping costs down. Doesn't make sense to have a ton of shipping, low cost in silver. That kind of negates each other. So $10 in travel dollars every single month as well. Again, you can use that as it accumulates. Once it accumulates to the price of a trip, then you can use those dollars to go on any of the rewards trips. Commission wise, $25 to sponsor, $10.50 up 9 generations, $2 is paid in the elite subscription. The great part about this whole program, besides the value in medals and rewards and in shipping, is the fact that we have a new bonus called the elite bonus. And this elite bonus is really where a powerful residual income module comes into play. And I'll kind of show you. So there's a company out there. I'm not bashing any company. I'm not making fun of them or anything. I just want to use them as an example because they're the hot new kid on the block right now. But there's a company out there right now that they have a membership. And then when you sign someone up in a membership, they give you $25 for that particular membership. So you get 25 in commissions. And then if you help 2 people sponsor 2 people, you get a $75 bonus with $100 total in bonuses. And so their example they use, if you sponsor Bob, you get $25. If Bob sponsored Sue and you help Sue and John sponsor 2, you get a $75 additional bonus. Well, if you look at our comp plan and the way that we did this elite bonus, for all of your personally sponsored that are elite members, you're going to get $5 a month in residual income from all of your personals. Not only that, you're going to get $5 a month for their personal second generation as well. So what does that mean? Well, if you look at the difference, if you use the same scenario, if you sponsored Bob sponsored Sue and Bob sponsored 2 each, well, you're looking at $25, $3.50. We won't go on the whole thing. $1.75. You're going to earn 39, not 100, right? It's way off. It looks like they're really kicking our butts. Well, but first of all, you have to do what they want you to do within 30 days. If you don't do it, you don't get that $75 bonus. Secondly, that $100 is a one-time bonus. It's linear income. You do it once. You want to get a $100 bonus again, you've got to do the same thing over and over again. So what happens after month 2? Well, month 2, because you have personally sponsored Bob, you make $5 every single month. Because Bob did sponsored Sue and John, you make another $5 each. So 15 total a month you're getting now in new residual income. And so month 2 goes by, you're still at $100 over to the left. Over to the right, we're up at 54. At 6 months, you're over 100, and over in a year, you're at over $200+. And so my point here is that although we may not have that quick upfront money, that linear income where you make a bonus and, hey, I just made a ton of money, my one check is huge, and that's the one you go brag about, not all the rest of the checks. we have a progressive residual income program, and the whole platform is based off of this. It's not huge money up front. It's not refrigerator size checks and just a few people walking across stage. It's true residual income that we can build over time. We're not looking to be the biggest, the brightest, the fastest flame in the industry. We're looking to be here the longest. And so longevity is really key. You want this to be the last company you ever get involved with, not just the next company. So this is going to add a ton of residual income. So imagine this, you're making $5 a month for all your personals now that are elites. You're making $5 for all of their personals every single month. And as an elite, if you looked at the bottom, you're adding $2 in the matrix. So you literally could be paying, if you're being paid $7 a month on your personals, just as an elite member. And so you look at the core affiliates, you're adding $1. We've always been using the $88,572 as potential. Again, this is not how much you're going to make. I'm not saying this is a guaranteed income. This is for educational purposes only. I'm just giving you examples. This is the potential, however, of how this comp plan is structured. So if someone was a core affiliate, it adds $1 when they renew to the matrix, potential there of 88,572, because that's the number of positions in a 3x10 matrix. If they were also a metals subscriber individually, it adds another 50 cents, so $1.50. Now your monthly potential in the matrix at 132,858. If they also wanted to become a rewards member and added another 25 cents, you're at $1.75 at 155,000 as a potential. And if you're the elite member, and let's just say that everyone else is following your lead, you're at 177,144 just in the residual income in the matrix. Again, $1 here, 50 cents here, $25 there, $5 in savings over there, $10 in savings over there. If you look at people's checks and you watch some of their posts, you can see it incrementally increasing over the course of time, where the mentoring bonus or the fast start bonus was really high in the beginning because all of the new blood and all the new people coming in, and the mentoring bonuses was really down low because you didn't have enough people that were here for more than a month or two. And as you progress, you watch the fast starts coming down a little bit and the mentoring bonuses and the matrix bonuses going up a lot, to the point where your mentoring bonus is going to be your largest part of the check. Your matrix is going to be your second largest, and then your fast start will be your third largest part of your commissions. That's how it'll naturally mature, is we're earning a percentage of people's matrix with our mentoring bonus. So if this is the matrix, this is the potential of the matrix. Look what we've done with a mentoring bonus. So if the mentoring bonus is based off of the income that people earn personally sponsored down 5 generations, the mentoring bonus, now we've enhanced it where it does not take an ambassador to reach all 5 generations. Now you need to become a senior director, meaning 10 personally sponsored, and you reach all 5 generations in the mentoring bonus. So now you combine that where you only earned 3 generations yesterday. Now you earn all 5 generations as a senior executive, corporate, or ambassador. So now we're doing 2 things. We're adding income into your residual matrix so that we can increase people's monthly residual checks, but we're also increasing the ability for people to grab more in the mentoring bonus. Now, remember, the mentoring bonus itself, there's only one bonus that is actually tied to any type of construct, meaning a 3x10 forced matrix where we're forced in width and depth. That's only for the matrix bonus. Everything else, the mentoring bonus, retail, wholesale, all of those bonuses are based off of a genealogy or the sponsor tree, meaning if you sponsor someone and they're 300 levels deep, you can mentor them and get paid 50% just as if they were 1 level deep, right? Does that make sense? It drives the right behavior. So it doesn't give you that fear of loss that, oh my goodness, this person's too deep, I can't really help them because I'm not getting paid on them. Literally, there's one the matrix bonus is the only one that's confined to a 3 by 10 matrix. And that's why we always use the 88,572, because that's the number of positions. So let me show you a couple of things. So these are some of the new social media graphics that we have coming out. I have about 3 times as many as these coming out. We have 2 new videos, one in English and one in Spanish. I'm going to play you the audio of one, and I'll show you the video, obviously, once it's done. But just let me know what you think of the audio. Hopefully you can hear it. Can you not hear that? I see. Oh, you can't hear that at all? I'm just sitting here staring at you guys. Okay. Okay, I can hear it perfectly fine on my end. So I'll put it in the group anyway. It is the audio to the new video that's coming out, both in Spanish and in English, and it basically goes over the fact that 3 businesses, 1 opportunity. What does health, wealth, and travel have to do with anything? And it goes into the different parts of it, and it explains it in 3 minutes, I think, quite perfectly and succinctly what exactly all of these memberships are all about. So super excited about that. Let me go to the next slide. I want to introduce you right now to Mike and Katie Catlow. I mean, I've been following Mike and Katie for a long time. They are avid travelers. They're travel agents. They literally, and they're probably going to tell this part of the story. I'm probably, bursting their bubbles here, but they literally met on one crazy trip. They got engaged on a crazy trip. They got married on a crazy trip, which I absolutely love. But one thing I loved about these guys the most is just the fact that they were super, super consistent and super passionate about travel. And I'm passionate about travel too, but what really drew me to them is just their consistency. They care about people and they're consistent with travel. They're talking, they're walking the talk, and I love that. They have vlogs, they have videos out all the time. They're always reaching out and helping people. And so I reached out to them as a vendor in the very beginning to see, what we could do with different pricing for this new rewards program that we had coming out. And just over the course of time and discussions, we finally talked Michael and Katie into coming on board to help run our rewards program. And so I'm going to introduce you guys to them. Great people, again, just a huge hearts and super experienced with travel. They're going to make a great, great addition to the team here. So without further ado, Michael and Katie, I appreciate everything. And why don't you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure, Dan. We are very excited to be here. Can you hear us okay, first off?
Perfect.
Awesome. Hey, for the first little bit, is it possible to not share the screen so we can have a full video here? We want to show a few things to everybody.
Let me see.
If not, it's okay.
Yeah.
So while Dan is working on the technology to see if we can get a full screen on the video here, we want to say hello to everybody here at Xcelerate. We are Mike. Hello. We see some hands waving. We can only see a few of the videos on here right now. Okay, so I think we're on there. So we can see a few of you waving. So we want to say hello. We look forward to getting to know each and every one of you. And Dan said some nice things about us in his introduction, but we've known Dan for quite a while. We've followed Dan as well, especially on social media. It makes that really easy to do in today's world. And we've always wanted to do something together. And as Dan was reaching out to us and talking about this new rewards program and talking about the travel side of what was in place, with our background over 10 years, tens of thousands of people, we've helped check off amazing bucket list experiences around the world. We thought this would be a really great fit for us to all kind of come together, be a part of the Xcelerate family, and go like travel around the world. And it was one particular story that really had us say yes to working with Dan. We were on a phone call and he told this story. I'm sure he's told it on a few Zooms before, where the very first time he got off a plane and saw the palm trees and saw the beach in Florida, and how like that changed his thought process on what was possible around the world, and has now traveled a whole bunch. And it was that story of remembering like the first time I saw the beach, the first time I saw the Caribbean turquoise blue water, the first time I saw Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, or you can see on the pictures here when we saw the pyramids. It was just such an amazing, life-changing experience, every single one of them. And we're very excited to be able to be here with each and every one of you. And Dan was talking about like our consistency of travel. The reason I wanted to kind of spotlight the video is my shirt says I love travel. My hoodie says I love travel. Katie has a button on that says I love travel. We have shared coffee mugs that say I love travel. And so if any of you here on this Zoom, if you love travel, I want you to type I love travel in the chat box, right? Let's just get it out there. Let's get the flow going. Let's talk about all these wonderful things. And I'm going to turn it over to Katie to do a little bit more of our backstory, and then we'll talk about our first rewards trip that's coming up.
Hey everybody, so it's great to be here again. Thank you, Dan, for having us, and thank you, Michael, for that amazing introduction of just how excited we are to be here. So I am excited to meet you via the screen. So the reason that I am going to share a little bit about our story is I'm sure you've heard it before, but we share our story so that we inspire you to write yours. And that's what this rewards program is all about you writing your story so that you can have amazing pictures like this all around the world. And there's a trick to jumping over the pyramids that we will share with you. So we've got a couple of tricks up our sleeves on how we get these amazing pictures all over the world, but we're excited to maybe help in helping you create some memories like this as well. So a little bit about our story, like Dan said, we did meet on vacation. We actually met in Cancun, Mexico at the airport stand or the taxi stand at the airport going to an all-inclusive resort. We actually dated on vacations. Our fourth date was 9 days in the Dominican Republic. We got engaged on vacation. And then when we got married, we did, as you see in the pictures, say I do in 21 different countries or 14 different countries all around the world. And our wedding vows actually said to have, to hold, and to travel around the world. And that's exactly what we have done. So that's a little bit about our story, but what's more important is what you're going to do with yours. And the reason we were able to do any of that and all of that is only because of residual income and the multiple streams of income that Dan was talking about earlier. And the reason that many of you, I'm sure, have joined this amazing company because you want that freedom, not only the time freedom to do these things, but also the money freedom in order to afford to do these things as well. So super excited about this first trip that's coming up. And I'm going to let Michael tell you all the details as we know them now before they're officially launched for you to book this first rewards trip.
All right. Thank you, Katie. All right. So Dan, if you'll move on to the next slide for us, that would be great. All right, so the very first rewards trip that we are launching here with Xcelerate Rewards is going to be a Royal Caribbean upgraded cruise leaving out of Miami, going to Nassau, Bahamas, and Royal Caribbean's private island, Coco Cay. Now, the cruise is going to be October 25th to October 28th. And I got to tell you, all these conversations we've had with Dan back and forth about doing an all-inclusive resort, this destination, maybe a cruise. We decided on a cruise for several reasons. One, it's an amazing experience. It's like a city floating around the Caribbean. If you've never been on one, we are excited for your first cruise. But another reason is because Dan has particularly sailed on this ship. Now, we love Royal Caribbean as a brand. There's a bunch of great cruise lines out there, but Royal Caribbean has some amazingly spectacular, unique specifics about their brand. And Dan, if you're cool coming back on and just telling a quick little bit about your experience on the Allure of the Seas. I know we have a slide talking about all the features and benefits, but I'd love for everybody to hear from you about this amazing ship.
Yeah, so our first experience with these are called the Oasis class ships was with actually Oasis of the Seas, Allure of the Seas, older brother. And so one of the amazing things about this ship is it has a central park. Allure of the Seas and Oasis of the Seas both, they have a central park area that is very, very unique to cruise ships. It has an open area, as you can see in the background, where they have carousels, they have ice skating rink, they have basically a water park in the water park area, tons of restaurants, just like a normal, rock climbing walls, miniature golf. I mean, literally so many things I had never seen before on a cruise ship. It's super, super exciting. Whether you want pizza 24 hours a day, you want ice cream 24 hours a day, or you want to have some fine dining somewhere, this cruise ship has it all. I love Royal Caribbean because most of all of their ships are high end or a higher end experience. I've been on tons and tons of cruises, been on all the different cruise lines, or the majority of them, and I always go back to Royal Caribbean because of just the way that they handle things, their condition of their ships, and even though this particular ship was their maiden voyage was in 2010. I just was on this ship a few months ago, and it still looks just like it did when it first started sailing, when the first time I sailed on it years and years and years ago. So love the ship. It's a great experience. I know if this is going to be your first cruise, it's going to spoil you. You're not going to like some of the other cruise ships after this. But if you've been on other cruises that weren't in Oasis class, this is going to be pretty impressive.
Yeah, 100%. And another thing about the dates, we really wanted to take into consideration people's schedules, people's lives, people's budgets. And so this trip is going to be a Friday to a Monday. So it actually sets sail Friday at 4 p.m. and arrives back on Monday at like 6 or 6:30 a.m. So less days off from work, more time to have some fun. And so as you look here about the ship, right, there's 18 total decks. I want you to think about this. This one ship, 2,000 crew, 2,700 staterooms. And even though that sounds like a lot, 5,400 guests, it's really interesting. You never really feel like you're really crowded on there. There's so much space. There's so many things to do. And in a 4-day, 3-night trip, you probably won't even explore the entire ship. You'll be looking around, trying to find all these things and having the time of your life. It's going to be such an amazing experience. So Dan, next slide, please. And so one of the, we'll call it a port or an excursion or an activity, is Royal Caribbean owns their own island. It's called Coco Cay. And Dan has been there several times. I remember following on Facebook and liking pictures when he's in the private cabana, like overlooking the turquoise blue water of the Bahamas. And so there's going to be an amazing day, which we'll talk about in just a second, on Coco Cay, where we will all be able to be together at one of the private beaches called Hideaway Beach. And then if you've never been to the Bahamas, this is a bucket list for some people. So we'll be porting in Nassau, which is an incredible city. There's things to do just right off the ship. You don't even have to do formal excursions, but then there's a ton of activities that will be available to you. And so here comes, I would ask everybody to do a drum roll. We wouldn't be able to hear it while we're on Zoom, but if we do a kind of a virtual drum roll, we'll go to the next slide. And we'll talk about this trip. Now, one of the benefits of being an Xcelerate Rewards member or an Elite member, which includes your rewards membership, I will tell you, having an owner of a company like Dan who said, I want the best experience, I want the best thing for my members, I want it to be at an incredible price. The things that Dan and Xcelerate have included into this trip is virtually unheard of, especially in the network marketing travel world. So 4 days, 3 nights, all the cabins are ocean view balcony cabins. So Dan particularly chose, like, I know we could do inside, we can do ocean view, but we want people to have this luxury, like spectacular experience. And part of this, because keep in mind, this could be one of the biggest business building tools that you have. The pictures, the photos, the videos, the lives, the experiences, the stories that you'll be able to tell. This one trip could help fuel your business for years and years and years. And we're going to be talking about strategies, as Katie talked about, like how we jumped over the pyramids and capture some of these photos. We're going to be doing some social media training, like how to really take advantage of this trip to help enroll new members, to enroll new affiliates, to upgrade people, to sell more products, to get more people to join your team. So this one thing could be a great business building tool for you as well. So that's one of the reasons why we chose all ocean view balcony cabins. They're all the same category. They're all on the same deck. Now, some of them are kind of right next to each other. Some of them are a few steps away, but on the deck, there's a bar right in the middle of the ship. So it's going to make it easy for everybody just to kind of come together for fun little stories, little masterminds, little get-togethers. So there'll be a luxury suite. It's I believe it's a two-story suite that overlooks, you know, the ship and the ocean. And there's going to be a luxury meet and greet with strawberries and champagne that everybody's going to be invited to. You'll be able to use the suite during the day. There'll be Xcelerate swag. When we're in Nassau, Dan was like, hey, you know, we could do an excursion together, but we're going to be on Coco Cay, and we'll talk about that with the private cabanas, but let's just give everybody cash. Like, here's cash to go buy lunch, or keep the cash in your pocket. And we talked about, for the budget travelers, like, you get off the ship with your buffet like sandwich that you made in your purse or in your bag, and just keep the 50 bucks and use it for whatever you want. So again, another contribution to you. And then on the Coco Cay day, they have, it's a private island. They have all these different little sections on the island. And there's an area called Hideaway Beach. It is an adults only area. And they have these private cabanas. Now, with the number of rooms and the number of people that we have set up for this group, we're basically almost going to take over an entire area of the cabanas. So we'll talk more about this moving forward, but there'll be the standard cabanas. We may run some promotions for an upgraded cabana experience. So it's going to be a really, really, really unique experience, really, that you can't even go to an Expedia, or you can't go to some online service and book. You actually couldn't even go to Royal Caribbean themselves and book an all-inclusive package like this. And when we see the price of $699 per person based on double occupancy, right? When we think about the Xcelerate International model of great products for less, I can assure you the price that Dan is offering this to you is a discounted rate off of, if you were to put all this stuff together, it is a significant, significant savings. And so as we kind of wrap this up, a few things just to kind of remember. This will be the first of many, right? We've seen in the Facebook group the different bucket list places that people have been suggesting, and we're going to be putting together more trips, some small, some big, some adventure, some chill, some spa, like you name it. The possibilities are endless. This is going to be for the members, by the members, and from people who love travel, right? We're going to be able to help put this together for what's best for you guys. So Dan, we are very, very, very excited to be here with you, helping to launch the Xcelerate Rewards program. It's an honor. We're grateful that you reached out to us, and we're very excited to be partnered with you and get to know everybody in the community.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you. It's funny. So this is kind of a little side story that really no one even knows about. I actually reached out to one of a friend of mine who owns a company, a network marketing company as well, who happens to know Michael and Katie. And I said, look, you know, we're about to start a relationship with Michael and Katie. You know, I know them, but I don't really know them. You're in a competing company as we are, but you know, what is your honest opinion? Just you and I, buddy to buddy. He's like, oh my God, you guys are so lucky, because they are the greatest people on earth. And I was like, oh, I was hoping you would say that. You know, I've been following them for a long time, so we're really lucky to have you. And you thanks so much for all the work that you are putting this trip together. You know, this trip really, you cannot get this trip anywhere else. I promise you that the price point that we're putting in here, the company is investing so much into you to have this experience, so that you can have the private cabanas. You can have these. We rented a 2-story suite. We're going to do strawberries and chocolates and champagne meet and greet. Depending on the number of people, we may have to do it 2 different sessions. But my point is, you can use this suite during the day to do some of your Zoom calls, to do photo shoots, to do any type of photography that you want to do in these high-end, literally thousands and thousands of dollars just for this one suite. So super excited about that. But I know how important it is to have these awesome experiences. And the great thing about this is that whether you have someone come in because of the travel, or you have someone come in because of, say, our health supplements and our dietary supplements, they both they're synergistic products with each other, right? People have bucket lists, whether they're using nutritional products or not. They want to go on travel. People that just love to travel, well, they want less aches and pains. They may want to lose a few pounds, and they're great customers for our other products and services as well. So I'm super excited. Thank you guys again. You guys are going to love Michael and Katie, and we appreciate everything that you're doing for us. You guys are going to love Coco K. It is brand new, by the way. Coco K is not, but the area that we are taking over, called Hideaway Bay, is brand new. We were probably one of the first people to go there in October. It just opened up, I think, in January. So it's literally just a few months old. No one's, very few people have experienced this, but it is a sight to behold for sure. Swim up bars, tiki huts, DJs. If you want more quiet area, there's swings on the beach, and it's an excellent experience. So I know you guys are going to love it. So let's end this really quick here with just a couple of little hints, a little golden nuggets to help you guys build your business, because this ultimately is a training call on Thursday night. So all business is conversation. I don't know who I heard that from. I think it was on one of Eric Worre's podcasts, but all business is conversation. And it is super, super true in the fact that the more conversations, the more money. All business is conversation. Whoever has the most conversations will end up making the most money. And so it's not about, number three, quality of the conversations as it is about quantity. And when I say it's not about quality, it's not focusing on being perfect with your presentation, with your invitation, with your introductions. It's about quantity, because quantity is going to trump quality all day long when it comes to social media and inviting people to your business. What is going to harm your business is keeping your business a secret, or get ready to get ready to get ready, trying to make everything perfect. Get the videos out there, introduce yourself to some people in some groups, introduce your business. Don't be on the outside looking in. I remember getting started in this industry. I was a window shopper. Even though I was in the company, I paid my money. I bought these huge founders packs, thousands of dollars worth of products. I felt like an outsider because I never really got involved. I never joined the groups. There was no Facebook back then, but make sure you're interacting and getting involved, introducing your business, getting in the Facebook groups. Make sure you're creating curiosity on your post, not just slamming a link out there, right? That's probably one of the I wouldn't say devastating, but one of the hardest things you can do for yourself to create frustration and create rejection is giving everything to everyone immediately. Putting out your link saying, hey, come join my $20 deal. Hey, we're going to join Xcelerate. We're going on this trip in October, right? Telling them the company name, giving them the link right out of the gate, instead of creating curiosity. Be a curiosity yourself. Create curiosity with your posts. Don't make every single post about your business, right? If you go look at Michael and Katie's posts, right? It's not about their travel agency. It's not about their business, right? It's about, hey, look, we're doing this. We just helped this person. Here's a neat tip. Here's a neat fact. Here's something interesting. Educate and entertain. Those are the main things that you want to do on your Facebook page. You want to entertain people. You want to bring value, educate them, whether it's related to a topic of your business or not, but you want to create curiosity, and you want to do it as often as possible. Don't do 30 posts a month, a day, but you want to have high quantity of posts, whether it's videos, going live, graphical posts, no face posts where you're just showing somebody something or how to do something. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, on all the social media platforms. The more that you do, the more eyes are going to see you. Now, just remember that be consistent, because everyone is watching you. Even though you don't know people are watching you, I promise you, people are watching you. You've heard me say this 1,000 times. What is everyone thinking? Will they make a good sponsor? Right? People will be disappointed in what company they're in, or looking for a company. If they see you being consistent, if they see you creating engaging content where you're creating curiosity, asking questions, they're eventually, if not now, if not next week or next month, but maybe in a few months, they're going to ask a question. They're going to get curious. They're going to get comfortable with you because you're consistent. One of the reasons why I reached out to Michael and Katie is because they were consistent. They weren't in the same company as I first knew them in. They were consistent in travel. They were consistent in their videos. They were consistent with reaching out to people, to helping people. I'd watch their comments. I'd see how they responded to comments. It was, that is what got me to reach out to them in the very first place. There are people like that, high quality people that are waiting to make sure that you are going to be worth their time to reach out. So don't spam, don't create all of these link driven posts where you give everything in the beginning. Don't show your product with the name of the product in the company. Hide it and maybe talk about this powder is blah blah blah. I just lost 12 pounds off of this product, and just showing a little bit of the bottle, creating curiosity. But stay focused, be consistent, stay focused, stay focused. It's not always easy. It's a lot of time it's frustrating. People that you wanted to do something don't. People that you that were doing something aren't anymore. People that were focused are now unfocused, trying to split their time between multiple streams of wet spots of income. And that can be frustrating. But if you stay focused, if you stay the course, eventually over the course of time, you're going to create that life that you have always dreamt about. So that is it, folks. Thank you very much. I'm super excited about this. I hope you are as well. Thank you, Michael and Katie, for your time. Thanks for investing in us and trusting in us and believing in us. I know that it's going to be a great, long-lasting relationship. And so thanks, everyone. We do these calls every Tuesday and Thursday. Get your folks in our Facebook group. When you have new people, when you have free members, when you have people that are curious, tag them in a post, the old ATM method, right? Add, tag, and message. Tag them in a post. Get them into the Facebook group. Get them integrated with all of us. There's 6,000 plus people in our Facebook group, right? Answering questions, asking questions, sharing stories. A great way to introduce somebody to a community like Xcelerate. And then get people on these calls. Tuesdays, we have opportunity overviews. And on Thursdays, we have trainings. A great 1-2 punch where you don't have to know everything all at once, where you can get somebody that has questions and curious onto an opportunity overview. And even if they become a free member, if they want to learn how to get started the right way the first time, you get them on a Thursday call. We usually do interviews with people that are actually walking the talk, not just talking about what they did back in 1979, but what they're doing today, how they advanced in rank, how they are creating the life $1 at a time that they want, buying back their life with Xcelerate. I mean, we hear stories all the time. People getting certain medical treatment that they couldn't afford before. People taking vacations. It's a little stress relief, buying a new car that they couldn't afford before. All of those stories that people see in our groups and they hear on these Zooms are powerful. It's not, again, about the huge money for certain people that are making all the time over and over again, these bonus pools that only 1% of 1% of 1% are ever going to earn. This is about real people making real money that makes a difference in their lives. And that's what the whole platform is all about. And so thanks, everyone. We will see you all next Tuesday. Today is Thursday. Have a great weekend. And again, thank you, Michael and Katie. We appreciate it.